Okay, this is Nathan, the Nathan's garage, backyard mechanic. Okay, this is the Dodge Charger, and that computer there said that it has a Misfire cylinder number 3 and a PO code 303 and a PO code 10171. Those are two codes that one is a Misfire, one is a lean fuel. So this is Dodge Charger, some Chrysler, 300M. It's pretty much the same as this. Oh my gosh, this is not my car, my neighbor's car. This girl knows how to party. But okay, I'm just helping our neighbor, just like a good one. So you have to, this one really sad thing about American cars. I don't know why they put the battery at the back. Imagine the wire that they could save from front to back, as all the fuses are here. I don't know. So it takes like 3 times the time to tune up an American car compared to Japanese car. Okay, all tools are set up here, and this car has a different firing order. This is a V6, typical, maybe 80% of the Dodge Charger, maybe 40 of the Chrysler 300M engines. This is not a HIM engine, so just to let you know. So the firing order for this one is 136 and 245. No, 135, 246. So 303 is a Misfire, so it should be on this engine here. So you gotta take all this crap here. So loosen this one. You disconnect this wire. This I like this kind of connectors. You gotta pull this thing in, and then pull it out. There's another one here, and another one here. I just pulled this thing already. So I've done this few times, so might be like faster than what you think. Pull these 2 hoses here. Wiggle it. This one disconnect. This one, it could be like a PCV there. I don't know. And then pull this thing out. Then this one out, put it in the side. Okay, this one's tricky part. You gotta have your tools ready for this. This is a 10. Put it in the side here, so you won't forget. This is plastic. You have to be careful with this, especially torquing this one, loosening it up. You have to do it like inner to outer. 30. Gotta move my watch. So I suspect, like, it could be the ignition coil misfiring. As you can see, this is all the spark plug. They're all burned out. The tips are gone. I don't know how she was able to drive this thing, but So this one, you just press this thing here. A lot of Japanese don't have this lock, which is really, I like. You just press and pull. Sometimes this thing breaks, but oh well. It's good. It's good design. This one, I'll just loosen it, maybe a few turns, and then this thing will drop. Not really drop, but it's very hard to get this thing in if you have like big hands. So what I do, I'll just slide it there on the side temporarily. This one's a little bit harder. I need a 13mm wrench. I'm gonna kind of loosen it. This, if you have big, you know, hands, you can't really. Ooh. Give it a little bit, you know, a few turns, maybe 7-8 turns, and then it'll drop down. So this thing, I need to remove this thing. Oh, you just find anything, trash or whatever, plug it. I don't know, I don't want to. Yeah, let's do this one. Honda, this one. And this one you pull it out. Okay, there's a connector there. You watch out on this one that easily breaks there. You flip this over. So this thing I pulled out, so you just put it on the side. This one's all out, I think. Yeah. And then this is the tricky part here. Look at that. That's the kind of like the hard part to pull out. So everything's freed up. Not really. You gotta loosen this thing. Always inner to outer. These are really torqued perfectly. They're just like very small rods. Make sure, you know, it's gonna get freed out. After you loosen this thing, it's gonna be interesting. Now, I like this one, you know. It's not strong of a drill, but because if you use, you know, stronger cordless drill, there's a good chance that you will break it. So pretty much you raise this thing, give it 2 turns, it will go up. This one is not yet up. So we need to put this on the side because these are the most crucial part here. I'm gonna pry that thing out. So as I lift this thing, make sure everything's freed up. You're not hitting anything, everything's out. Okay. So this is the crucial part here. Prying this thing. Just push it out. There you go. Watch out with that rubber grommet there. Don't push it so far. And then, yeah. And then we'll try to get this thing out. Sometimes you gotta put it, you know, fight it. There you go. Now the next crucial part is the most important piece of the pie. But be careful here. If you drop something there, it's the end of the world. It's not really the end of the world, but you just have to open the whole thing, and you don't want to open an engine. I'm just recycling this thing. It's not really ideal to recycle this, but man, I have to help a neighbor save some money. I don't know what she planned with this car. It has already 128,000 miles. So for American cars, I don't know, not so fan with it. So this is the crucial part. Better make sure you cover this thing, so if you drop something there, like I said, you gotta take out the whole engine. And okay. Whew. Then this one, the foam, you gotta go back, okay? So be careful, it's already like breaking apart. And now the crucial part is this one. I already changed the spark plug, so yeah. So this is number 3. Let's make sure this is number 3. I don't know. I hope I'm right on this one. Press this thing, it'll just come off. Wire is good. Misfire. I hope it's just the coil is bad. It has cracks. So let's get a new one. So this is the new one. Shoot. Looks like a really rough, you know, job compared to the new one. I don't know. Everything's made in China now. Oh, Hecho Japan. I don't think this is Japan. Maybe a used one. Look at that. Let's put it in. I already put the new spark plug, so I don't think it's the spark plug that has an issue there. Slide it back. So this is number 3 cylinder. This is 135246. So that's the firing order. You gotta know where. If it's like a 302, that means the second cylinder. 303, number 3. You gotta know where the cylinders are, or else it's like a needle on the haystack. Not really. Yeah, you only have 6 more to go. Not so tight, just enough. And then all you have to do is cover it back, wiggle your way in. You know, this is the PCV thing. But you know, I don't want to worry about that right now. And then I'll put these things on the side. Okay, we're ready to put it back. So these are really easy stuff. This one is easy. This one's a little bit hard, but I show you how to do this. And then we'll put it back. So foam goes in. Just an insulation, cheap kind. We're safe there. Put this sucker back. So this is a little bit tricky. You gotta wiggle yourself. Wiggle yourself. Okay. A little bit gentle though, because sometimes, you know. So these are the holes that you need to line up. But before doing that, you gotta line this thing up. So, see the thing? I'm gonna line the thing up, because this is the hardest part. There you go. Okay, we're in. That's the thing. Well, we'll find out. Didn't wiggle. So I'm gonna put this back in before I forget things. So this is the really crucial part here. Having this having the thing in. Sometimes it's a fight, this thing, because this thing has to do with emissions. Woo. There you go. Woo. So the same thing. This one's Chrysler. You can't see that, it's blind hole. So as you get to be a mechanic, you'll feel, sometimes you don't need your eyes, you just have to feel it. If it went to the hole. I'm not saying I'm the best mechanic, but those are things that, you know, you need to learn. So this one does not make sure it's locked. And you see this thing? I just kind of wiggle it back. And then this thing too. And I have to, you know, manually finger turn it. And when it's tight, that means you're ready to lock it down. You need a longer wrench. This is a good wrench to use. Very flexible. That's right. Okay. Okay, now going back to this one. See, this thing is not strong enough, so it will stop on the. So inner to outer. That's what I like. This is not strong enough. We'll just quit. Now this is the hand one. Don't tighten it one time. Just make it snug first, because this is again plastic. Everything's almost made of plastic right now. It helps the horsepower to weight ratio. The lighter it is, the more fuel efficient are the cars. Back then these are like aluminum manifold. To be careful though. Okay. You know, sometimes you can feel like the threads are almost giving up. So don't force it. See, I'm just using a 1/4 ratchet, not 3/8, or else you'll strip the aluminum stuff here. The ideal way is you really use a torque wrench, but I'm my hand has its own torque, so okay, it's probably around 10 foot-pounds. Okay, I think hopefully that's the part that is really crucial. Now I'm gonna assemble these things. Watch out, there's a lot of vacuum lines that you'll have to work on. This is one, this is two, so yeah, this one, make sure to lock it. This one is the map sensor, so if you have an error of 171, that's probably it. Make sure it's locked. What else? This one. So we'll put this thing back. And then you just have to a little bit push it down. It's gonna snap. Make sure this thing snaps. Return this one and this one. After that, you're done. I think it's like that. I must have been spinning this thing. Push. So double check thing, vacuum, 2 vacuum, 3rd vacuum, this one hanging there. Everything's nice and snug and tight. There, this one back to its place. This one's tight, and this one's on. And then after that, that's it. Let's start this sucker.